time yet again to start another build on the channel. Now there's something special about this build that I just figured out right now that keeps this thing kind of interesting. So a local subscriber hit me up, mentioned that they had bought this Bug-Eye Zuma and it basically hasn't ran since he got it. He wanted to do a full build on it. He brought this thing over and I recognized it. I was like, where do I know this scooter from? Like there's just things that looked familiar, bada bing, and just a few little details. And I was like, I've seen this somewhere. This is actually a Bug-Eye Zuma that we built 2 years ago on the channel. My first ever Bug-Eye Zuma. When we picked up this scooter, it was basically a thrown together 70cc kit. They never had the Corsa kit that was on there running good, and there was a bunch of scoring on the cylinder. I ended up putting this Bug-Eye Zuma back to completely stock. I put a stock cylinder on it, stock carb on it, stock airbox, stock pipe, and sold it as a completely stock scooter. The guy that bought it from me fixed the seat by throwing on his own seat cover because the seat had a bunch of little holes in it, and he painted it, put naked bars on it and a Speedo. And this Trail Tech, which was a dead giveaway because no one really has this Trail Tech. It's a backlit battery powered Trail Tech. And normally people just have the standard one. This one's actually battery operated and it has power usually going to it. That was a giveaway, as also as the brand new key ignition, which we put on, and this hole right here. Because when I picked up this bike, it had a choke lever that was installed right here. It looks like someone put a piece of plastic in there and actually like welded in as of the same here. I'm not sure what was there, but they definitely filled that in. Here we have a complete bag of the full build. We got everything from Polini gear set to clutch bell to cylinder, even down to V-Force carbon reeds, new pulley, carb setup, and a Polini crank. This is what I'm talking about, boys. We got every single thing you can imagine in here. NCY shock, Yasuni pipe, we got everything in here. For all the Bug-Eye people that have been commenting wanting a Bug-Eye build since last time we kind of just fixed the scooter, returned it back to stock, this will be for you Bug-Eye fans. I don't know if there's gas from this thing, but we're not worried about it running, boys. We're going straight into full build. I'm not going to spend time trying to get this thing to run as is. That's right, boys. We are not worried about this 50cc scooter running. We are going straight into a full build on this thing. We started stripping this scooter all the way apart. And like I said, this scooter is pretty interesting because it was one that I had before, and we ended up completely bringing that thing back to stock before we sold it. So from there on, it looks like the guy added a few parts like this pipe and a few other little things, mostly electronics. He added a lot of LEDs and little things like that, but wasn't holding us from rebuilding it how we had wanted to do it, taking the carb off, taking the lines off, basically getting this thing down to the bare bones because we have every single part brand new. Is full build or no build, boys. That's the way we gotta do it. Thing off, started stripping off everything on the side of the motor, made sure we were clear, and pulled that motor out. Here's a good look at all the parts we got. We got everything from bottom to top, everything you ever would need. So we started cleaning up the motor, getting this thing ready to get down to the cases and rebuild it from scratch. These are always fun right here. Someone ran a you should have seen it before I took the star plate off. All the splines on the crank are gone. And now this ram plate is not coming off because the splines are all twisted. So, alright, we have got this motor stripped down now. The oil pump's out, the seal bracket's out, everything's out on this side. We had to literally grind off part of the crank to be able to get the variator and everything out behind it. So the crank was twisted splines, no good. But we got a new crank for it anyway, so let's go ahead and split these cases. We took our crank puller tool, got these cases split. This tool saves you so much stress and so much time and potentially hurting your case or hammering out the crank itself. So able to get that off, went ahead and threw it back on the other side, popped that thing off, and got ready to go. We are down to the starting point now. Alright, we got our cases all split now. As you can tell, the bearings and the seals are out of them, so basically we're ready to pop the new bearings and seals and crank in. So we're going to take out the crank, and we're gonna go get some dry ice. We're gonna put it on some dry ice, let her get nice and cold, and she should fall right in, boys. Alright, we got the engine assembled with the crank inside and the new crank bearings, and this crank is spinning free as could be. So feels really good. Crank is perfectly centered. Bearings, everything couldn't have gone better. So with that being said, we have a Plini Corsa for this homie's build, and we're going to go ahead and throw it on, seal it all up, because I had bad luck with that last Plini Corsa I used. Ever since, I have not used a Plini Corsa, but I had that air leak that was inside of the bolt hole here, and it was not fun to deal with. So hopefully this one goes easy, and let's go ahead and pop it all in. This is my first time using a Plini Corsa or a Plini cylinder in general for a while now, because I've been running just mostly stage 6 on all the last like 5 or 6 builds I've done. But Plini Corsa used to be my always go-to cylinder. It's still a solid cylinder. There is a lot of issues lately with parts and casting issues, but besides that, solid cylinder. I'm ready to get this thing thrown together. We have put in the crank seals on this bug eye engine, and now we have some gears to install. So some straight cut Plini gears. I think they're 1344s. Alright, one of the gears we need to change is the main one that goes inside of the gear cover. So simply, is it twisted spline, how they come stock. This one is straight cut gears. Looks a lot shorter though. Right length. It looks a lot shorter. Only one way to find out. Set it on the bearing inside of there. Goes. Lube up the seal a little bit. Now it's time for this gear, which we will use on the press. There we go, boys. We finally got the bug eye build, air leak down tested, and it's holding 6 psi for about 20 minutes now, and we're looking good on this side. So we were able to slap in the top performance carbon V4 style reeds with a Plini intake, and we got our new intake gaskets, which we were waiting on, and we got everything cylinder wise, everything put on. So it is finally time to put on the remainder of the parts. So we got everything here. We got the gears already in there. We just need to put the new gasket on, slap that on, throw our CVT on, and throw this thing in the bike. We got the motor assembled. We got the air cooling shrouds on. We're still waiting on the gasket for the gearbox. Ridiculous how long we've been waiting on some of these parts. But we got the bug eye back in here now, and we're basically gonna get ready to throw this motor in. So we got a brand new shock to put on. I just took off the other shock, and we'll throw on a brand new NCY shock. NCY shock. I'm actually a big fan of these shocks, so I run them on my pre-bugs all the time. So throw that bad boy on there, and then we're gonna throw some new fuel line in it and a bunch of other random little goodies. A new tire too, so we're gonna throw that on so we can roll the motor in and do all of that thing. We're also gonna hook the homie up with a new valve stem, because somehow that is a crazy setup right there without a 90. But we'll throw a fresh tire on, toss the motor in, and get this thing running. Alright, I am smashing through this build, trying to get to the point where we can start it and get everything running in this video. So I went ahead and threw in the motor. I ran some fuel lines. Everything's sitting temporary right now because it has a cable choke. I gotta figure out a good way to route it, but for now I just have it out the back, sitting on there so I can at least get the bike started. We got the CP carb on there. We got the Plini intake and the V-Force reeds in there. We got the new spark plug boot. We also got the Yasuni R exhaust installed, and it's de-restricted already, so we got everything set for that. This thing should be an absolute ripper. Now what we have to do is install our gear cover gasket, put the new straight cut gears in, get all that on there, and then go ahead and assemble our CVT. So we'll assemble everything onto our current pulley and get all that figured out, grease everything up, and get it all thrown together now. We went ahead and threw everything back together for the gearbox because that was what was holding us up to throw on the CVT and finally get the first start on this thing. So we finalized that, got all the straight cut gears in, filled her up with some good old gear oil, and got it ready so we can get its first rip in there. So I wanted to get this whole entire scooter built and running and tuned and back delivered to Roberto all in one video. So I was hoping just to grind this one out, and that's exactly what we're doing, boys. So we started working stripping his old CVT apart. It looks like he had an aftermarket clutch put on here, but it was not a good one by any means. Then I realized he already had an NCY front pulley on there, so we were able to utilize that one since it was in really good condition. Of course, re-greased everything up. You want that thing shifting very, very smooth. You don't want any type of binding in that rear pulley. Went ahead and threw in those medium orange clutch springs into the Stage 6 adjustable clutch. We got those tightened to about a third of the way out, and then we took our Melosi Multivar front pulley and everything we needed for there. Got everything ready to throw in the bike, threw on our big clutch nut. As you know, I always tighten this thing down with a crescent, and then I have an actual socket that I can tighten it down with an impact driver. Threw everything in the CVT with a brand new Polini belt, and tossed in a new Melosi front plate because, as you saw, the drive face that he had on there was stripped onto the crank and it was no longer usable. So we got everything brand new in the CVT, even a brand new kicker to throw on the outside just for some looks. Threw that on, got some fresh premix in here, and finally filled up the gas tank. The gas that was in here was so bad, we ended up draining it out and it just smelled terrible. Alright, the Bug Eye Zoom is running like an absolute champ right now. I fired it up probably about 3 times, let it get the temp, let it cool down, and now it's time I'm going to go ride it and break it in. We'll cruise around the neighborhood a few times, get it broken in a little bit, and then I will take you guys on a ride with the GoPro when we go to tune it. But peep it, man. She's happy. It's got some pickup though. I didn't want to build this one straight to be a stunter and make it all, you know, super snappy, high clutch stall, everything like that, because I wasn't sure what the homie wanted to do with it. But I built it as just a solid ripper for anything. Like, you could still stunt this thing, but it's definitely good for like a daily, and just it's smooth. It's a nice gradual pull. I want to say we're only hitting maybe like 9.5, maybe 10. We should have a lot more rev. So this thing feels good. There's a lot of air in that back tire though with that fresh tire. It's a little wobbly. Don't want to risk homie's scooter. Don't want to be liable for homie's scooter if anything happens. So we're gonna chill on that. But it does wheelie. It's certified wheelie. Alright, went ahead and popped open the CVT cover just to make sure everything's looking good. Mostly just want to pop this off, make sure everything's good, make sure the gearbox is no leaking, where we just put the gears and the gear oil and the new gasket and everything in there. Everything looks good. Went through and tidied up some other things up here in the front, some of the wiring issues because the guy put in underglow and a bunch of other little things. So we got a lot of that sorted, and fresh tire on the rear, completely fresh engine. And we got a battery on the way, since this battery does not want to hold any charge, so a lot of the electronics and everything for the little gauge and everything is not wanting to stay on at idle. Obviously when you're full open, there's a lot of voltage going through the bike off the ignition. It'll stay on, but low voltage, low idle, it doesn't like it. So we're getting a new battery, throw that in there. Alright, some quick final tuning before delivery. We pulled the plug out. Plug looks pretty good. It's a little rich. It's a little brown at the tip, but it's definitely a little rich. So we're gonna lean that out a little bit on the main. We just threw a brand new battery in now, so now everything has power. Everything seems to work great. It's got the LEDs. I'm not sure which one these are. I know someone's gonna comment down below asking. This little gauge, which is actually kind of a sick gauge because it has a tack around here, speedometer and odometer and fuel all in one little thing. I actually kind of like that gauge. I'm also gonna pull off the kicker case and check out everything for the CVT and see if we can't get this thing into the 60s. That's 60 miles per hour, boys. Not talking kilometers, miles per hour. We lightened the rollers. We put it had all 7s in it. We put 3 6s, 3 7s, and messed with the carb a little bit. Just kind of leaned it out a tiny bit on the carb because it was running rich. Cruising at 180 degrees, 25 miles per hour. 40. 50. That was 55 miles per hour, and we're going against the wind crazy right now. Checking the temps. A 55 around that turn was kind of sketchy. Alright, got the beast all loaded up. Let's go drop it off to Roberto and see what he thinks. Feels good?
It's sick, bro.
Well, I gotta get a clip when you ride it, bro.
Fuck yeah. That shit fucking takes off.
Alright boys, that is going to do it for this one. As you can see, Roberto's bug eye is now gone. He loves it. He was so stoked on it. And I could definitely tell he's going to be riding that thing a lot. So hopefully we'll get him in another video here soon, maybe doing some riding. So now that we got the bug eye done, it is time to get back to work on the jog. So stay tuned for the next video and let's get this jog running. I'll see you guys in the next one.